Let's unlock the city of dreams, tracing the remarkable journey of Mumbai. To understand the growth of Mumbai as a financial hub, we must look back into its history. So let us hop onto the time machine and get a glimpse of what makes present-day Mumbai, Mumbai. With the end of Second Opium War in 1842, the legal barriers to the opium trade to China were removed. The East India Company encouraged opium production in India, although not for domestic consumption but exports to China. The company brought in their own policies. They aimed to reduce the trade deficit with China and manage the cost of imperialism. But why was opium not for Indians? Well, a rationale stating that ill effects of drugs and existing anti-drug policy of Great Britain, which of course contradicted the policies of boosting opium trade with China. So how did Bombay get a whiff of opium? Malwa, comprising districts of Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan, was an opium producing hub. British officials kept their distance from the operations and production of opium in Malwa, thus the only cost associated with revenue from Malwa opium was in the form of administrative tax. With increased production, and Malwa became the second largest source of opium revenue collected through pass fees for the company. Bombay served as a city where Malwa opium auctions took place, starting in 1821. From 1831 onwards, the company allowed private players, both British and Indian, to export opium via Mumbai on a reasonable tax. On the other hand, the Indo-Portuguese traders had made Bombay their headquarters rather than Goa, since the capital of Estremadura, India, was quite far from the main Malwa supply networks. From 1842 to 1859, opium made up 31.5% of all Indian exports, making Bombay richer. Many Indian business communities tried their luck at the opium trade, but few succeeded, but none like the Parsis. As China was cracking down on opium addicts, many of Bombay's opium traders had moved to textile manufacturing in 1830s. The move into manufacturing wasn't a natural progression for the Parsis of Bombay, rather it was a solution to the problem of not being able to repatriate profits from the China trade. The move into cotton textiles paid well. The American Civil War of 1860 saw demand soar for cotton. In 1854, Kawasi Nanabhoy Dawa, a Parsi capitalist, sought the spinning by starting the first cotton mill named the Bombay Spinning Mills at Dardeau near South Bombay. He made an initial investment of Rs 5 lakhs. Following his footsteps, soon more Parsi entrepreneurs like the Wadras and the Tatas started investing in the textile industry as well. Another well-known Parsi merchant, Manikji Nusirwanji, set up an Oriental spinning and weaving company on August 10, 1854. The volume of raw cotton exported from India increased from 20 million pounds in 1975 to 80 million pounds, of which 60 million pounds were shipped from Bombay alone. Speaking of the period from 1860 to 1875, Sir Dinshaw Idliji Vacha, the president of Indian Merchant Chamber in 1915, remarked, "It is indeed a striking fact that all through the history of the Chamber of Commerce, the one subject of trade above all others which has continuously occupied the attention of body is cotton. There is nothing surprising in it, seeing that King Cotton has reigned supreme in the sea-borne trade of Bombay." By 1895, there were 70 mills, growing to 136 mills by 1900. At one point, Goregaon, now part of central Bombay, had almost 130 textile mills, with the majority being cotton mills. By 1980, Mumbai textile mills employed close to 3 lakh people. These mills played a huge role in the prosperity and growth of Bombay during the later 19th century, transforming the city into a major industrial metropolis it is today. In 1806, when the East India Company decided to establish a joint stock banking in their Indian colony, they chose Calcutta as a destination. Bombay followed the city of Joy nearly 34 years later in 1840. The Bank of Bengal was the premier bank of the country, much rather than the Bank of Bombay. Its dominance continued till 1913, when Bombay started to close the gap with it. The decline of Bengal's banking saw its rise of counterpart, Bombay. But how did Bombay gain from the fall of Bengal's banking? Noted historian and author Bimal C. Ghosh, in his book A Study of Indian Money Market, points out several factors. Number 1. Maritime trade. The world wars brought the Calcutta port to a standstill, affecting businesses and the local financial sector. Consequently, Bombay became the port of choice for traders. Unlike Calcutta, which was 80 miles up the river from the sea, Bombay was nearer to the Suez Canal. The proximity to the sea made it the hub of European imports. Lower shipping rates as compared to Calcutta led to the increased seaborne trade in Bombay, flourishing the finance sector in the process. Number 2. Mismanagement of Calcutta banks. Since Calcutta was near the undivided border of India, its major banks used to handle banking for many adjoining countries like Bangladesh, Burma, Nepal, apart from India. But the partition of Bengal saw mismanagement in financial operations, resulting in more losses. This further saw Bombay towards spearheading financial services. Number 3. Railway connectivity. Bombay was linked to Punjab in the north and the Deccan in the south India through railway projects. It even beat the port of Karachi, which was closer to Punjab, as the preferred port for trading due to the additional advantage of railway connectivity. Number 4. Work ethic. Bombay's homegrown bankers offered top-notch facilities and services in the formal banking sector. In an article published by Harvard Business School, Trianthankar Roy points out that indigenous merchants in Bombay tended to be bigger firms than their counterparts in Calcutta, more prominent in Asian maritime trade. The difference stemmed from the particular trajectory that Parsi entrepreneurs had charted in the form of city. The key to their success was shipping. Number 5. Home to 3 important markets. Stock exchange, cotton trade and bullion flourished due to Bombay's proximity to financial centers to the west of the country. More trade saw more growth in the financial sector. In 1949, after the closure of Calcutta's branch, Bombay became the sole location of the Indian Central Bank, the Reserve Bank of India. From shareholders trading under a banyan tree in 1840s to the blooming of the National Stock Exchange and Bombay Stock Exchange to Zawari Bazaar becoming the biggest bullion market, handling 65% of all gold trading and dealing in India. Bombay was minting money and serving Ushtarya Ras for the ambitious and the growth-thirsty businessmen. To support the growth of industries, on 1st August 1962, Maharashtra Industrial Development Act (MIDC) was created as a separate corporation. MIDC developed specialized parks for different industrial sectors, including IT, gems and jewelry, textiles, leather, chemical industry, electronics, food processing, etc. Their planned and systematic development led to increased exports, superior productivity, economic performance, business efficiency, government efficiency, infrastructure, and overall competitiveness in the state. Bombay, being the beloved son of the state, benefited the most of such flexible policies. Initially, Bombay's commerce was mainly dependent on its trading in the Red Sea and other ports of India. Post-commercial revolution, it figured as a key for India's trading equation with Asian and European countries. It started with a new raw cotton trade with China, and by 1807 and 08, Bombay exported the largest amount of cotton in its history. Parallelly, the opium trade picked up and consequently led to Bombay's position as one of the leading port cities of the British Empire. The financial sector boom attracted many business communities to the city, leading to further economic development. That was a long ride. We are back to where we were a few minutes ago. Let us take stock of today's Mumbai. The island city is presently witnessing a shrink in its contribution to India's GDP. Some of the reasons are that the strike struck the cotton trade. In the Great Bombay Textile Strike of 1982, more than 250,000 workers went on strike. More than 80 mills were shut down, leaving 150,000 workers unemployed. The cotton trade story concluded and the industry made its way towards Gujarat. But not only the cotton industry, the diamond industry as well. Around 70% of diamond business have moved from Bombay to Surat. The newly incorporated Surat Special Economic Zone favors businesses where local laws and taxes do not apply. Besides, labor cost and cost of leasing land is cheap as compared to Mumbai. The Surat diamond boards will be ready by 2022, which might see most diamond companies shifted to Surat from Mumbai. Today, the city is becoming infamous for labor exploitation, poor quality housing, skyrocketed real estate prices, and environmental degradation, among others roadblocks, plaguing the development of Mumbai. Presently, the key sectors contributing to the city's economy are finance, gems and jewelry, leather processing, IT and ITAs, textiles, petrochemical, electronic manufacturing, automobiles, and entertainment. Mumbai offers excellent facilities to IT businesses. The Santa Cruz Electronic Export Processing Zone, SEEPZ, and the International Infotech Park, Navi Mumbai, are testaments to it. We saw how Bombay became Mumbai, the financial capital of India, but like all good things must come to an end, any other city can soon overtake Mumbai in the next 50 years, mostly Bangalore. This also means the development of the country. But the show must go on because
है दिल है मुश्किल जीना यहाँ, जरा हट के जरा बच के, ये है बॉम्बे मेरी जान। हा हा हो ही हा हा हा।